Hi, this is Emily. I want to talk to you about what techniques I've been using to help me get over this most recent illness that I had, where I was very congested in my forehead and in my sinuses. My ear was plugged up and congested, and I am probably 90% better now. But I wanted to share with you guys what I've been doing and what I'm continuing to keep doing to get my lymphatic system moving and to keep my congestion at bay. And so recently I've made a couple videos about how sick I was. And so there are 4 things that I started doing aside from a healthy diet, the 4 techniques that I was using and I'm still using, and I'm going to share those with you right now. So let's do number 1. So the first technique is rebounding. I was using a rebounder anywhere from once a day to up to maybe 5 times a day. It's a personal trampoline, and you just get on it and you jump up and down until you are out of breath and don't want to do it anymore. And what this does is it moves your lymph system. So really briefly, if you don't know what I'm talking about, your lymph system carries lymph fluid throughout your body, and your body takes a lot of the kind of garbage and toxins that you have in your body that your body is constantly trying to detox those things back out. And they pour into your lymph fluid, and that's how your body eliminates some of the toxic stuff that gets in your body throughout the day. Well, your lymph system can become backed up and stagnant, and the best way that I've read about is to do rebounding. So I've had this rebounder for not too long, just a few months. It cost me about $60. You can get much more expensive ones, but this one doesn't have any springs, so it's very quiet. So instead of having springs, we have what are elastic bands. That's all this really is. It's like an elastic band that is covered in fabric. And you, as you jump up and down on this thing, you're moving your lymph fluid. And if you don't have a rebounder, what I would do is I'd probably do some jumping jacks a few times a day if you can handle it. I know when I'm sick, I usually don't feel like getting on a rebounder. And if you have a headache, I found the rebounder makes my headaches worse if I'm congested really in my head. So I don't really do it if I have a headache. You know, if you're on here for 5 minutes, it's like taking a 20-minute walk, and you'll be, I mean, for me, 5 minutes on this, I'm totally out of breath and everything. So you kind of have to work your way up to it, to being on here. You know, most people try to work up their way to about 15 minutes, and they might be doing this once a day or every few days. So I'm trying to work up my way. So this will get your lymph system moving. So the congestion that is trapped in your neck and your sinuses, your ears, your head, all over, it's gonna start to loosen that up. So when I'm sick, while I was really sick, I was doing this as many times per day as possible. Normally, when I'm not sick, I was jumping on this maybe every other day or every couple days. So I'm gonna continue doing this multiple times a day for a while. It's really great exercise, and it's really good to move that lymph fluid, which is basically sludge that we want to help get out of our body, right? So this is the first thing. And if you don't have one, you can go for a walk, you can do jumping jacks, anything where you're kind of simulating that up and down movement is gonna be helpful. Hey, so the second thing I'm going to tell you about is lymphatic massage. And this is something that I wish I had learned about years ago. So if you want, you can go and have a massage therapist give you a lymphatic massage. If you do a Google search for your area. In my area, it runs about $70 and goes up from there to have one done, and it's a full body lymphatic massage. But I have actually never had one of those. So out of desperation, I looked up on YouTube how to do lymphatic massage for an ear infection or for congestion, for allergies, sinuses. Search this in the YouTube search engine and you will come across some videos where you can do self-lymphatic massage. And this is what I ended up doing, and I'm continuing to do it. So even if you have allergies or anything that might be causing congestion in your face, in your head, in your neck, your nose, your ears, anywhere around there, the self-lymphatic massage for your face and neck has helped me so much. And you can find videos on how to do this to yourself. I will just show you really briefly how, really briefly how I do this. And so it's just really easy. You press at a certain point on your neck. You do it really slowly. And this helps get your lymph fluid draining throughout your neck and your chest. Then you start going like this to your neck, kind of at a sideways, downward, and you're supposed to be really careful, be very careful with yourself. Don't press really hard, don't dig into your flesh or anything. Just be really gentle and it will still work, I promise. If you're anything like me, it's still gonna work. And then you do the back of your neck, and then you do your ear, like the sides of your cheeks and behind your ear, like this. And so watch this video. I will put in the link, and you've got to watch it. You've got to try it if you haven't. I started to notice a difference right away. I could literally feel it draining down. I mean, I could feel it, so I know it was working. And while I was really sick, I was doing this self-lymphatic massage probably 5 times a day. And it gave me relief every time I did it. And since I'm feeling better, I've only been doing this maybe twice a day, once or twice a day. And now that I don't have as much congestion, I don't feel the effect of it as much because I don't have this like downpour of gross congestion coming out, I don't have all that mucus stuck in there anymore. So I can still feel things are moving, but it's not like, oh my gosh, this big outpouring of what I was feeling before. So check it out, learn how to do this. If you do it to yourself, it's free, or have a friend or a spouse or someone do this for you, and you can start to feel relief right away. And of course it's going to start building up again, but you just do another massage and you can release some of that pressure. And I can't tell you how much better this made me feel as I was going throughout my sick days. So try it out. Hi. So this is number 3 and number 4 that I'm going to show you now. They both pertain to my ear infection, which is, I believe it is almost completely gone. My ear no longer hurts. I do feel when I swallow, I can hear a little bit of popping still, which leads me to believe that there may still be some liquid in there. So I don't want to tell you that this is going to be the best treatment. In fact, I don't think you should use it as a treatment for an ear infection. This is more of how to unplug your ear and get it to drain. I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit gross. I'm not going to show you anything gross, but the details might get a little bit gross. So if you're squeamish, you might want to shut this off. But I'll show you the last two things that I've been using to help heal myself from this ear infection. Okay. So first thing you want to get that I found this from Googling online on how to help an ear infection, because a lot of times when you have an ear infection and you go to your doctor, they don't know if it's caused from a bacteria or from a virus. Your doctor might be willing to test you to see if you have a bacteria or a virus, but not all doctors are going to be willing to do that. So they prescribe you antibiotics, and antibiotics work on a bacterial infection, but they don't really work on a viral infection. So if you're able to find out which one you have, that would be really helpful. So totally ask your doctor for that service. But, and there's a disclaimer on here that says to, you know, if you have an ear infection, don't use this, go to the doctor. So please go seek medical attention. But it is called Mullein Garlic Ear Oil. And what's the company? Herb Farm. They're actually a local company for me because I live in Oregon, and so are they. So what's in here? Ingredients. It's a extract blend of calendula flower, St. John's wort flower and bud, mullein flower, garlic bulb. Okay, so it's certified organic, it's fresh, they don't use any dried herbs, and their website is herb-farm.com. So farm would be short for pharmacy, so it's the PH spelling of farm. So what this is it's a dark orange liquid that smells like garlic, like you wouldn't believe. It's gonna make you want to eat something garlicky. So it comes with a dropper, and it's kind of an orange color. So you're gonna, I've been putting this in my ear and watch out, because this, when it does come back out, or when you're putting it in, don't get it on your clothes, on your furniture. It's a dark, it comes out a dark shade of orange, almost brown. So it can stain things, I would assume. So you just take the dropper, and it's easier if someone helps you, but if you're alone, you can still do it. You have to lay down. So my ear infection's in my right ear, so I laid down like this, and then I got the dropper and I dropped a couple drops in my ear. And it's better if you have someone do it for you, obviously. It's much easier. But you just drop a couple of these in your ear, and you stay laying down on your side for at least 30 minutes. And I kid you not, the first time I tried this, I was watching a movie, and my good ear was covered by the pillow when I was laying down, and all I could hear with is this ear. I could barely hear the audio of the movie. I was like, what's going on in this movie? And within a minute or two, my ear popped a few times, and all of a sudden I could hear the movie. Okay, it really works. By the way, if you have pus, like icky pus coming out of your ear, you're not supposed to use this. Please read up on this before you actually buy this. It's available online, and I found, my husband went and bought me this at the health food store. They have it, they carry it, so that's where I got this, was at the health food store, but I found it online, is where I heard about this. So after your ear's popping and everything, then my ear would stop popping, and I would continue to lay there for 30 minutes. And until the 30 minutes is done, as soon as you sit back up, this is going to start coming out of your ear. So what I would do is I would hold a towel or a napkin, tissue, up to my ear, and then just kind of drain it back out a little bit. And then you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your ear, so don't listen. But I would put a Q-tip in just a little bit to get the rest of the oil out, because I don't want to have oil like coming down my neck. That's just me. But what I found was if I waited a little while longer, maybe 30 minutes to an hour later, if I checked my ear, I could feel there was moisture, and if I stuck a little bit of a Q-tip, only just the tip of it, please don't put a whole Q-tip, don't put it in there, just the very tip of it, okay? I would just put that in, and sorry, I've been sick and my face itches, so I'm sorry I keep touching my face, but, you know, if you might see fluid on that. So I would just let my ear drain. My ear would drain after I would do this. You know, maybe an hour later I would notice, usually I'd feel a little bit of itching going on in there, and so then I would just drain it, and sure enough, it was clear liquid that was coming out of my ear. So this drew it out. And also, garlic is a natural antibiotic, and it's antibacterial, and it's naturally pain killing. So if your ear's hurting, it's just a very mild painkiller, which really helps when you're in pain. You're like, get it away. So number 4 is an essential oil. It is 100% pure basil by Now Essential Oils. So it is basil, and this is not food grade. And it is not meant to be ingested. You cannot eat this, drink this, put it in your food. Please don't. That's something I found out from researching online as well. This brand anyway is meant for, you can use it topically, you can use it with a carrier oil, so you can mix this with coconut oil and rub it on your skin to help absorb the basil healing, wonderful basil. But basil is known for helping with ear pain, ear infections, that sort of a thing. So what you do is you take the basil essential oil, and I'll try to leave a link on the instructions on how to do this, where I found them to make it easier for you. But for the basil, again, I found this, my husband bought this for me at the health food store, and all you do is you get a cotton swab, just a regular old cotton swab, cut it in half, because this is pretty big to go in your ear. You only want about half, so cut it in half, and then you're going to take one half, and you take this, you open it, and you just put 2 or 3 drops onto your cotton swab after you've cut it. And then you take that part that has the drops and you put that part into your ear. And of course you don't want to lose this in your ear. I had no problems with that, because even after cutting this in half, it's still so big that there's no way it could get like lodged in my ear. You know what I mean? So it is safe. And so you do not want to rub this or put this inside, like drop inside your ear. It's not safe to do that. All you want is to put the basil drops on here, and then the vapors from the basil will come down into your ear. It is antibacterial, and it will help draw that liquid out that may be sitting in your ear. So after I do this, I usually leave this in for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, it's a long time that I leave this in. And then you'll start to notice that it's not working anymore, because when you first put this in, you're going to notice within 5 minutes, my ear would start to kind of feel cold. It's kind of an icy hot feeling, and it's not painful at all. It's just like this kind of a cold, kind of a hot feeling, and those are the vapors that are coming down into your ear. And it's very healing, and it's safe, so even if it doesn't work for you, it's not going to harm you. And so I'll leave this in for 2 to 3 hours, and then after that you can throw it away, get a new one, and repeat the same thing over again if you want to. But I noticed that my ear will want to drain when I'm done doing this process as well. So typically what I do is I will do this for 2 or 3 hours and then take that out and then give my ear a little bit of a rest for a while, and then I put this in for 30 minutes, the garlic, or you can reverse it. I've been doing that too. I'll do this first and then give my ear a rest, let it drain, and then do this one for a while. So that's all I've been doing. That's it. So that's all I've been doing. My ear is feeling so much better. I want to say it's anywhere 80 to 90% better than what it was before. And I really think that, you know, my body's healing itself on its own, but I do feel like all these 4 techniques that I've showed you have really been helping me a lot. And try them out. They're all relatively expensive, except if you don't have a rebounder, that one might be expensive for you. But the others are all relatively inexpensive. The lymph massage is free unless you want to go have it done at a massage therapist office. But all of these have really been helping me. I do truly believe that it's helping. I'm going to continue doing these techniques until I feel like I'm 100% better. So I hope this helps you if you're dealing with the same problems I'm dealing with, and maybe these techniques can help me prevent this from happening again. So I will update if I get sick again. I will update and show you maybe these things aren't working, or maybe I wasn't keeping up with it. You know, but hopefully I won't be getting these earache problems anymore, and my congestion will just continue to dissipate. So thank you for watching. I would love to hear if you have any recommendations for me. Someone did comment on another one of my videos talking about oregano oil. I'm gonna look more into that and see if I can incorporate that into my life. And what else? Echinacea. And, you know, there may be lots of other things that I can look into. So if you have something that's helped you with your ear infections or with your sore throats, by the way, with the sore throat, I tried so many different techniques to get rid of my sore throat, and I couldn't. It just persisted until one day it's just was done, and I never had it ever again. I don't know. If you have a great sore throat technique, that would be great too. I'd love to hear it if it works. So, okay, thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye.